Hi everyone, I wanted to say a huge welcome and thanks to all my new subscribers. There's been quite a few of you following along recently, so hello, welcome to my channel. And if you have any questions for me, please just drop me a comment on one of my videos and I attempt to reply to everything, so just give me a shout. I didn't get a video up last week. Unfortunately, one of my friends, his partner died really suddenly, and I ended up kind of changing all my plans and going down to Edinburgh to spend a week with him. And obviously things are going to be a bit weird for a while. Feels a bit strange now, even putting a video out. It's just, it's a bit weird. But life does go on, and I wanted to put together something for this week, as I missed last week. So I have some content from work that I'd kind of put together a few weeks ago that I'm going to show you in a minute. For those of you that haven't seen previous videos where I've mentioned it, I've started doing some work with an adventure photography company. At the moment, I'm mostly based out of a place near Pitlochry called No Limits, and going along on a lot of their activities to just get really cool photos of people having fun. It's kind of great to be back up here and doing a bit more of that again. It's just good fun watching people having a good time, and obviously earning money whilst doing it is awesome. So I thought I would take you along on one of the sort of rafting trips just to show you what I do. I don't actually go rafting. I do that one dry, and then I also managed to snap a little bit of footage when I was in a canyon recently. So I'll show you all of that. I thought it would be kind of cool to show you guys a little bit of what I do for work at the moment. So I'm currently just stood on a very fallen dead tree, as you can probably see behind me, looking up the river and waiting for some rafts to come along to take photos of them. So I'm watching birds too. My main work at the moment is covering whitewater rafting and tubing trips, which is kind of fun. One is the tubing ones are quite fast paced. I spend a lot of time jumping around on rocks and have very little time to get from one spot to the next, and therefore no time to do something like this. But the rafting, the first couple of spots on the rafting I have a bit of time waiting for the rafts to come along because I drive between the spots. And then the last bit's a bit of a rush. So I thought I'd show you it from the beginning when I have a little bit of time, and I have some time after the rafts leave here before I have to be at the next spot. And then I won't take you on the rushy bit at the end when I try and run across rocks and everything to get ahead of the rafts, because that would not be fun. So the river's looking kind of cool today. It's been super warm this morning, but it's actually just cooled down a little bit, which is nice. It's been a bit of rain. And I am on this big old dead tree that's collected all sorts of other stuff around it. There's my little gorilla pod waiting to get my phone in it so I can try and get a little bit of video while I am taking photos. I obviously can't share video of the actual people out rafting and stuff, so I'm hoping I'll get my angle right and I can get some footage of me without capturing anything too close of any of them, and then I'll be able to share it with you all. I didn't get the rafts in the video at all, but that's probably best because it means that I can share it with you. I did manage to get some cool audio of some of the giggles and screams coming from the boats, so I thought I'd leave some of that in for you to listen to. I'm off to the second spot to meet the rafters, and there's a really cool tree that I go past in the woods for this one, so let me show you that. It's just really huge. I love it when they split into at the bottom. It's almost like two huge trees, except it's all one thing. The river's just over there, but I need to go further that way. Most of the time with this kind of work I wish I had longer legs to move more quickly and jump between rocks, but occasionally it's useful because they just fit under this with a slight bend. So this spot has some cool, quite small rapids, but they're still pretty cool. So it's a great spot to get some more photos in, and then I have to follow them a bit more quickly after this bit to get to their like final bit of rapids, which are a little bit bigger. So at this spot I still have a bit of time to like cull photos I don't want and stuff like that before they come along, and then I have to get moving quickly after this, and then a bit of running at the end for the last bit of rapids. So that's good. It gets me moving, make sure I'm still awake. So until then I kind of perch on a rock usually and spend some time going through the photos to see what I've got, and keep an ear out for them coming around the corner. You can usually hear them coming. One of the other things I get to do is canyoning. I didn't even know what canyoning was before this summer, so I haven't been doing any photography for this yet. I've just been going out on trips to get the hang of moving around the canyon. You have to be quite fast to do the photography. This is one of the other photographers, Tony, I was trying to keep up with the other day. I took my waterproof camera out to get some footage, as the rocks and waterfalls are amazing, but I don't seem to be able to hold it very steady when I'm filming on it. My favourite part is abseiling down into a waterfall. I mean, how cool is that? I'm really not sure if this is going to come out on camera, but there are some bats that have just come out. Let me turn that way and see. They're flying around all over the place, and one just flew over my head reasonably low for, I think, how close a bat's ever flown to me. They're so fast. There were a couple of birds out as well when I got down to the water. It's just about to go to bed, and I've just gone down to a little river, well, big river, to have a drink before, a tea before bed. And there were a few little birds out, so it took me a moment to check that these guys were bats. I knew the way they were flying across the other side of the river, like down there, it was obviously a bit dark. And I thought that their flight pattern, it made them look like bats. Oh, there's another one. Bats rather than birds. But yeah, they're flying around all over the place. It's dinner time, I guess. It's a great time lately. There's definitely lots of insects out. So I guess they're having a feast. Wow. That was quite close. A little bit difficult to get it on video. Oh wow. One just flew quite close over my head. But yeah, it's quite hard to get it on video. Maybe I should just sit my phone on my head and see what it sees and look at the footage later. This is so cool. This is what I needed this evening. The bug's crawling on my forehead, not so much. So I've just been for a swim. I don't have my microphone with me, so I'm not sure how well the sound is going to come out over the sound of the river. I've been for a swim. There's a perfect branch for drying some stuff. I accidentally went in with my vest top on. Even though I had a swimming costume on, I kind of forgot I had it on. Oh, that's just me wobbling on rocks. And the sun's a bit bright, so this is going to come out a bit bright. There's a lovely spot. It's just a little bit deeper over there, and the water is oddly warm, which felt amazing, and it's making lots of cool patterns too.